This is the Christian Life Coach Collective, and I'm your host, Laura Malone. We're talking all things coaching, concepts, tips, tools, self-coaching, mindset, faith foundations, and definitely entrepreneurship, because I want to support your calling as a coach and help you build a thriving online business with God as your CEO. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Here we go. Episode number 200. That's pretty fun. I like saying it. Episode number 200. I'll say it again. Thanks for being with me. I don't know if you've listened to all 200 of them. I know some of you have. And I really appreciate that. And I am excited and honored to be talking to you and share my heart with you, share the things that the Lord shows me, sharing things that I've learned over all of these years of working with breathing humans who sometimes pose a challenge, sometimes humans pose a threat, but most of the time a coaching client poses an opportunity. And I like it. That's pretty fun. So I have loved working with all my clients, and I love being able to help meet the needs of my listeners on this podcast. So what a blessing this has been to start a podcast and share, be able to just really teach anything and share anything that's on my heart to offer to the people in the world, right? In my world, you're in my world, and I love you being here. So I want to share with you, because you're in my world, what God is leading me into. I've been doing 2 episodes or more a week for a year and a half, and there are some changes. I am going to only be releasing 1 episode a week on Thursdays. There might be bonuses and extras in there just because I really want to say something and I can't wait to tell you. But I am in a season where I need to have my own one tree focus on serving my current clients really well. And I have coaches that are working to become trained and certified. I have coaches that are starting and growing their businesses, and I really want to be able to pour into them more. So I have to cut back on the amount of content creation that I'm doing because I pour my heart into it. I really spend a lot of time creating my episodes, and I want to create all of these different things that I have vision for. So I've got to do a little bit of cutting back, but I also know that there's plenty of episodes to come and already done that you can binge. And I'm also turning all of the podcast episodes into transcripts for the Christian Life Coach Collective blog on my website. So I'm actually transcribing every podcast episode, all 200 of them, and putting that into the blog so it's actually readable. And I'm also developing 3 business courses, starting with the Niche Clarity course that as of, today, when this episode is published, is Monday, September 18th, 2023. And the Niche Clarity course is going to be available and released tomorrow, Tuesday the 19th. So it's actually available for purchase today so that it's ready for you to jump in and do the work tomorrow. That is going to flow into the Called to Coach course, which is all about starting your business. Simple, streamlined, start your business. Know what you need to focus on. There's going to be tools for you to use and actual links and all of the things. So I've talked about all of the parts of starting your business during the gardening series of episodes, but now I'm actually going to have a course that walks you through videos of me helping you, tutorials, worksheets, all of the things, okay? And then finally, that's going to flow into what's called the Arboretum Business Course. That is learning the deeper parts of business and content creation in order to educate and encourage your audience through content creation that leads them into a journey of coaching. So you can really show up and serve the world around you that you're called to by creating content that is an organic marketing platform, and then actually create all of your offers and get a full-fledged coaching business set up online where you're able to find clients, they're able to find you. You do what you need to do so people find you, so that when you get a client, it's the right people because they went looking for you instead of you. I don't know about you. This is actually, I am getting so many DMs with random strangers asking me these questions and just asking me like, hey, why'd you start your business? Or, what are you doing to grow your business? Here's the deal for me. I shop for cars at CarMax for one reason. I do not want anybody to sell me anything. When I want something, I will go find it. And so it is so off-putting to me to find strangers asking me random questions. We are not friends. We are not connected on social media. And it's weird to me. I have work to do. I don't want to spend my time answering strangers' questions when I know that what they want to do is they want to sell me something. I am on to you, and it doesn't work for me. It doesn't feel good to me. And so therefore I don't do it, and I will not teach you to do it. I want to teach you how to actually create valuable, consumable content that people are looking for, so that when they find you and they hear your content, read your content, watch your content, they go, that is the right coach for me. And then they ask you, can I work with you? And that is really important to me because I don't do cold calling and I don't reach out to strangers. I invest myself into creating content and sharing consumable teachings and trainings and education and encouragement with a world that is out there looking for something that I'm creating. And then they will know me when they find me. If I'm right for them, then they can find out more, And I want to teach you how to do that because it is the simplest and actually the most fun way of marketing ever. This is what I do to market. This is my marketing. I'm sitting at my desk by myself in a corner. And I'm just sitting in front of my computer. With Audacity is recording it. I have an outline of what I want to say to you, which I always go off script, but I know I'm covering all my bases because I've got it written on a document. And then I have a $100 microphone that's upgraded from a $50 microphone that I had a year and a half ago. And yeah, this is my marketing. This is the extent of it. I get to hang out with you and tell you whatever it was I want to say. And then you're like, I put in things and I talk about certain things that you go searching for, and it helps you find me through SEO, search engine optimization. And honestly, I don't know why you would do it any other way. Get off social media. Don't let it be a time suck. It's not fun. I'm okay if, I'm not telling you not to be on social media, but inside the business course, I'm going to teach you what to do to be on social media without it being a time suck, where you can actually produce things that are valuable and long-term and benefit you forever instead of only putting your energy into something that people scroll past. So I'll teach you how to actually create things that are valuable, people scroll past, but come back to. Okay? So I'm also just setting myself up for a new season at home. I have a daughter going into the missions field around the world. I have somebody who's a daughter who's a senior in high school. I have another who is getting her driver's permit. So my house is in a lot of transition. We're pretty busy in our crisis response ministry as well. After just wrapping up 3 separate deployments into Ukraine, Maui, and Florida with all the crisis that's been upon us lately. We are in transition with our mission space, our staff, our training, all of it. It's just, there's a lot going on. And after telling you on the podcast in this last series, when it's time to prune, rest, and evaluate, I simply cannot be the person who doesn't walk this talk. So I've been asking God to show me the way for where I'm at in this season, what I need, what my listeners and clients and family need, and what God is after in my heart. And all in all, I'm just going to drown if I don't guard my time with Jesus and protect my heart from being distracted and anxious and overwhelmed. So I have to do something. And I hope that gives some of you permission to do the things you know in your spirit you need to do. It might not be what everybody else wants from you, but in the long run, they'll probably realize that what's best for you ends up being what's best for them. And if you are a mom and you're trying to start a business, and as a coach, you're also helping hearted, so you're serving a lot of people, and you're probably pouring yourself out, even if you're not a mom, and you're a wife or you're not married, but you keep pouring into the people around you, I'm just telling you, sometimes you just need somebody like me to give you permission to prune. And that's, the things you offer people that prune the processes that you're stuck in, prune some of the people in your life that it's okay to let them go. And maybe they're already gone, but you need to let it go in your heart, in your soul, in your mind. It's also time to rest and get a Sabbath mindset. And instead of overwhelming and overloading yourself and always saying yes, but saying no deep inside, I'm just giving you permission to stop and evaluate if you need to prune or you need to rest. And just do what you need to do right now. Let God lead you. Ask Holy Spirit to show you what is the right way. He will not lead you astray. And usually the first couple of things that you hear that don't sound like your voice are God speaking to you. And it's okay if you're in process. Maybe you don't even want to do the things he tells you to do, but he will be with you. I know this for a fact. I have said no to God about things he's wanted me to do, knowing that is my soul saying no, but my spirit says, of course, we're going to say yes. But Jesus is he's just really good at walking with us in our soul's process so that our soul lines up with what our spirit knows we want to do. And it's okay. It's okay to be in process, and it's okay to prune, and it's okay to say no. I might have said this on the podcast before, but a lot of times in ministry, I've had people tell me, because I'm not just married to somebody who is a ministry leader, but we are both ministry leaders, and it's a lot, there's a lot on our plate. There's a lot of options and opportunities and trials and tribulations. There's the great and the terrible. And I run a ministry, and then I run a household. I care for my husband and my children and our ministry family. And then I started a business. And I have people who will kind-heartedly tell me, I need to learn how to say no. And I've jokingly always said, you're praying the wrong way for a girl like me. I'm very good at saying no. I only say yes to the things that I really want to say yes to. You should probably pray that I learn how to say yes better, because the only reason I'm capable of doing what I'm doing is because I'm capable of saying no. And that's why I haven't sunk to the bottom of the sea yet, because I'm able to hold a boundary and modify as needed. So I encourage you to do the same for yourself. You're going to get through this. You're going to build your coaching practice, your coaching business. You're going to build this beautiful family of yours. You're going to build amazing relationships and marriages. You're going to be able to do everything God has called you to do. And I want to remind you of that. After 200 episodes, I know that the one thing I haven't done enough, as much as I've tried to do it, I don't think it could be enough. I want to remind you that all things are possible with God in your life. And whatever it is you need, I want you to shift your paradigm to believe that it's possible for it to come to pass. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. But delight yourself in him and get centered with Jesus. And that is where you're going to find all of the possibilities open up, the healing, the deliverance, the acceptance, the satisfaction, the expectancy turning into amazing things. All of those things, they become very, very possible when you put your eyes on him and delight yourself in your dad. Go be with your dad, spend time with him, because you're going to find out that his way towards you is yes. He is for you. And so who cares who's against you? All those silly people DMing you or trying to sell you a car? No, don't go for it. Did I finish that story about CarMax? I just really love the experience, because I go in and nobody's pushy. They don't need to sell me anything. And I just have great respect for that, because they know that they're available. They're just make themselves available, but nothing is compulsory. And I appreciate the freedom to be who I am in it. And I like to produce that kind of atmosphere and ecosystem in my own business. So I also want to remind you that if you go to the website, sterlingandstonementoring.com, you can go under the goods on the menu and you can ask a podcast question. So I would love for you to toss in there questions or topics that you'd like to hear about. Please ask me questions. They don't have to be all business minded. They don't even have to be coaching related. I love to share about faith and spirituality and walk with God. I love to talk about relationships and health, finances, purpose and identity, whatever it is. I invite you to ask a question. I can't guarantee it will get answered, but I'm going to just say most of the time, well, up to this point, it's 100%. They're always answered. I just don't like to make a guarantee of anything. So bless you, friends. And I hope to hear from you. And I hope to see you in the niche clarity course. And I also and look forward to seeing you inside of the Called to Coach business course and the Arboretum business course down the road. So I'm working hard on those. Pray for me. And I'm praying for you that you experience really amazing healing and deliverance in this season, whatever it is you're in the middle of. I'm praying for all of my clients and all of my listeners right now because I feel like there's a really heavy shift coming. And I just want you to know that I'm actually praying for you specifically as one of my listeners, that you are able to keep your head above the water, and that I want to remind you to nourish your spirit and remember to bless your spirit and invite your spirit to rise up and lead your soul and your body. Emmanuel, the Spirit of God within you, He's with you. So rise up and let it remind your soul to not be downcast, whatever comes your way. All right. Again, thanks for being with me for 200 episodes, and I'll talk to you soon. I hope that you loved this episode and you feel challenged, inspired, and encouraged. If you're a coach or you want to be one, jump into the Christian Life Coach Collective Facebook group so we can connect over there. And to work with me, grab the links in the show notes to get quick clarity about your calling as a coach and entrepreneur, as well as how to get trained as a coach with Sterling & Stone and start your own business. Bless you, friend.